Imagine this. You're standing in the middle of a storm. The winds are howling, the rain is pouring relentlessly, and the ground beneath your feet feels like it could give way at any moment. What would you do? Most people would panic, flail their arms, or scream at the sky in frustration. But what if there was another way? What if, instead of being swept away by the storm, you could stand firm, unshaken, clear-headed, strong enough to find your way through it? Life's challenges often feel like storms, chaotic, overwhelming, and unpredictable. When problems arise, our natural instincts often work against us. We overreact, blame others, or try to control things that are far beyond our reach. But the ancient Stoics had a different perspective. They understood that how we respond to life's difficulties doesn't just shape the outcome, it shapes who we are. In this video, we'll uncover 8 things you should never do when facing problems, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy. Each mistake we explore will reveal a profound truth about human nature and offer practical Stoic strategies to overcome it. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to face life's storms with resilience, wisdom, and grace. Are you ready? Let's discover the Stoic way to mastering life's challenges together. Mistake 1. Focusing on things beyond your control. One of the core principles of Stoic philosophy is learning to distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot. Yet, many people waste an incredible amount of energy on things that are completely outside their control. This not only leads to wasted time, but also unnecessary stress and disappointment. Epictetus once said, "To worry about things outside our control is a futile waste of energy. The things within our control include our thoughts, our reactions, and our actions. Everything else, like the weather, other people's behavior, or events from the past, falls outside of that circle of control." But most people go through life without making this distinction. For example, getting angry because you're stuck in traffic, feeling upset because a friend let you down, or being frustrated by bad weather. None of these things are within your control. And by focusing on them, you're simply draining your energy for no reason. According to the Stoics, the key to happiness is to focus only on what you can control. Marcus Aurelius put it perfectly when he said, "Your mind is your sanctuary." While you can't control the outside world, you can always control your thoughts. To apply this principle in your daily life, ask yourself this simple question. Whenever you're faced with a challenge, is this within my control? If the answer is no, then choose to remain calm and redirect your energy towards something more meaningful. Focusing on things beyond your control only robs you of your peace of mind. Instead, by concentrating on what is within your power, you can live a more intentional and balanced life. No matter what life throws at you, remember you always have the power to shape your thoughts and your responses. Mistake 2. Becoming a slave to your emotions. One of the most important teachings of Stoic philosophy is the ability to manage and control your emotions. Yet, many people become slaves to their emotions, allowing them to negatively impact their decisions, relationships, and overall quality of life. Strong emotions like anger, fear, jealousy, or sadness can cloud your judgment and lead to poor choices. Epictetus famously said, "What disturbs us is not the events themselves, but the meaning we assign to them." Emotions often arise from our reactions to events, and these reactions are shaped by our thoughts. For example, if someone treats you rudely, it's natural to feel angry. But that anger doesn't stem from their behavior, it comes from how you interpret their behavior. The Stoics didn't advocate suppressing emotions entirely. Instead, they taught the importance of being aware of your emotions and learning to manage them. Marcus Aurelius put it beautifully, "Do not let your emotions control you. Observe them, try to understand them, but never let them dictate your actions." This means being conscious of your emotions while refusing to act impulsively. Under their influence, take control of your emotions. Start by recognizing them. When you feel angry or upset, pause for a moment and ask yourself, where is this emotion coming from? What will I gain by reacting this way? This simple act of self-awareness can prevent your emotions from taking over. Remember, your emotions are not your enemy, but if left unchecked, they can harm you. A stoic mind is one that acknowledges emotions and consciously directs them rather than being controlled by them. Instead of surrendering to your emotions, learn to use them as a guide. This is the key to living a more balanced and peaceful life. Mistake 3. Giving too much importance to others. Placing excessive importance on the opinions and judgments of others is considered a significant mistake in Stoic philosophy. In today's world, this often shows up as chasing likes on social media, constantly seeking approval, or trying to live up to other people's expectations. But the Stoics believed that the thoughts of others should not hold such power over us. Marcus Aurelius once said, "If you care too much about what others think of you, you'll stop being yourself." This means that when you let the opinions of others dictate your actions, you stray from your own values and identity. People may criticize you, disagree with you, or misunderstand you, but you must not let these things define who you are. This tendency to give too much weight to others' opinions often stems from a lack of self-confidence. In such cases, a person begins to measure their worth based on external validation. However, according to the Stoics, true confidence comes from staying true to your own values and principles. The thoughts of others do not determine your real worth. Overcome this mistake. Evaluate others' opinions rationally, but don't let them control you. Always ask yourself, do the opinions of others truly affect my value? Or is this just a fear I've created in my own mind? Remember, you have no control over what others think of you, but your actions and thoughts are entirely within your control. By focusing on your own values, you can live strongly and confidently, without needing anyone else's approval. This opens the door to true freedom. Mistake 4. Fearing death and the passage of time. One of humanity's greatest fears is death and the rapid passage of time. This fear often prevents people from fully living their lives and appreciating the value of the present moment. For the Stoics, this fear is both unnecessary and a denial of an inevitable reality. Marcus Aurelius said, "Death is not an end. It is a part of nature." Instead of seeing it as something to fear, we should accept it as a natural process. The fear of death arises from forgetting that life is temporary. But this fear also distracts us from living in the here and now. Stoic philosophy teaches us to accept the inevitability of death and use this truth to make life more meaningful. Epictetus wisely advised, "Do not fear death. Instead, think about how to live before it comes." This means transforming the fear of death into a source of motivation. Life is short and finite, so every moment should be lived to its fullest. One way to overcome this fear is by practicing memento mori, a Stoic exercise that reminds us of the inevitability of death. By keeping this truth in mind, we can live more consciously and intentionally. For example, each morning, you can ask yourself, if today were my last day, how would I live it? This simple question can help you identify your priorities and make better use of your time. Remember, fearing death prevents you from truly living. Instead, choose to see death as a teacher. By accepting the fleeting nature of life, you can appreciate every moment and focus your time on what truly matters. You cannot escape death, but by making peace with it, you can live a more meaningful life. Mistake 5. Tying success and happiness to external conditions. Many people seek happiness and success in external circumstances, earning more money, getting a better job, or gaining respect in the eyes of others. These goals are often seen as the key to happiness. However, the Stoics believe that true happiness does not depend on external conditions, but rather on an internal mindset. Seneca once said, "Happiness comes from your own mind, not from the external world." This means that real happiness arises from things that are within your control. Yet, people often forget this truth and try to find satisfaction through external achievements or approval. This leads to a never-ending cycle of dissatisfaction because external circumstances are always changing and beyond our control. According to the Stoics, success and happiness are achieved by staying true to your values and living a virtuous life. Things like money, fame, or status may contribute to happiness, but they are not its foundation. Marcus Aurelius emphasized this point, saying, "True happiness comes from living a life of virtue." It is not tied to the unpredictability of the external world. To overcome this mistake, take a step back and reassess your priorities and values. Ask yourself, what do I truly need to be happy? Are those needs within my control? If you've tied your happiness to external things, work on breaking that connection. Instead, focus on cultivating inner peace and staying aligned with your values. Remember, external conditions are unpredictable and beyond your control, but your thoughts and actions are entirely in your hands. True happiness and success come not from the outside world, but from inner balance and living a virtuous life. Mistake 6. Living a life without purpose. According to Stoic philosophy, one of the greatest mistakes a person can make is living without a sense of purpose. A life without purpose often leads to feelings of emptiness, dissatisfaction, and constant restlessness. The Stoics believed that every person should have a purpose, and that purpose should be closely tied to living a virtuous life. Marcus Aurelius once said, "When you wake up in the morning, ask yourself, what will I do today to make my life meaningful?" This highlights the importance of having a purpose. Yet, in today's world, many people get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life, neglecting the search for long-term goals or meaning. This can prevent them from reaching their full potential and leave them feeling unfulfilled. For the Stoics, having a purpose is like having a compass to guide your life. Purpose isn't just about achieving success. It's also about living virtuously. Epictetus put it plainly, think of your life as a ship. Without a course, no wind will be favorable to you. To avoid living a purposeless life, take time to reflect on your values and what you want to achieve in life. Ask yourself questions like, what gives my life meaning? What actions make me a better person? These questions can help you connect with your true purpose. Remember, having a purpose isn't just about reaching goals. It's about making your life more meaningful and fulfilling. Instead of drifting aimlessly, set your course and strive to live a virtuous life as you follow it. Mistake 7. Dwelling on the past. Dwelling on past events is a mistake often criticized by Stoic philosophy. People tend to focus on mistakes they've made, losses they've experienced, or negative events they've endured, and this fixation can negatively impact their present lives. However, the Stoics believe that the past cannot be changed, and therefore, being stuck in it is meaningless. Seneca once said, "The past is no longer under your control." Don't let it control you. Focusing on past events not only wastes time but also prevents you from fully living in the present and focusing on the future. The Stoics emphasize the importance of accepting the past and learning from it. The mistakes you've made or the challenges you've faced are teachers that have shaped who you are today. But these teachers should not have power over you. Marcus Aurelius put it best, you cannot change what has already happened, but you can choose how to live this moment to break free from being stuck in the past. Try to see past experiences as opportunities for growth. Ask yourself, what did I learn from this? How has this experience made me stronger? This mindset transforms past events from burdens into guides that help you move forward. Remember, what happened in the past is no longer within your control. But how you live in the present and shape your future is entirely up to you. Instead of dwelling on the past, learn from it and move forward with greater awareness and purpose. Mistake 8. Procrastinating on everything. Another mistake often criticized by Stoic philosophy is the habit of constantly procrastinating on what needs to be done. Procrastination prevents people from reaching their full potential and leads to a life wasted. The Stoics believed that time is a limited resource, and therefore every moment should be cherished. Seneca once said, "Life is not short. It only seems short because we waste so much of it." Yet, many people delay important tasks or decisions, falling into a cycle of procrastination. This habit negatively impacts both personal growth and overall happiness. The Stoics taught that overcoming procrastination starts with understanding the value of time. Marcus Aurelius warned, "Do not put off what you must do today until tomorrow. For tomorrow is never guaranteed." This advice applies not only to big goals, but also to the small tasks of daily life. Break free from procrastination. Set a goal for yourself each day and take action to achieve it. Ask yourself, why am I delaying this? What am I losing by putting it off? This kind of self-reflection can motivate you to take the first step. Remember, time is your most valuable resource, and once it's gone, it cannot be reclaimed. Live each moment to the fullest and do what needs to be done now. Procrastination holds you back, but taking action sets you free. Life is shaped by the choices we make and the outcomes they bring. Stoic philosophy teaches us to live a meaningful and virtuous life, aligned with our values without being consumed by things beyond our control. Managing our emotions, letting go of the past, facing the fear of death, or freeing ourselves from the opinions of others. All of these help us become stronger, more peaceful, and freer individuals. Remember, Stoicism is not just a theory, it's a way of life. When you apply these teachings to your daily life, you'll begin to see that the challenges you face are not obstacles, but opportunities for growth. Embrace every difficulty life throws at you as a tool for learning and self-improvement. Because true strength doesn't come from the outside world, it comes from within. If this video has inspired you, and you'd like to discover the values Stoic philosophy can bring to your life, join us on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, share your thoughts and let us know in the comments how you plan to apply these teachings in your life. Remember, every step is a new beginning, and you are not alone on this path. Focus on what you can control, live virtuously, and cherish every moment. Because life is defined by how you choose to live it. See you in the next video.